Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through mindful stretch. We are going to do a really nice mindful stretching practice for 15 minutes today. Just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches do not work for you, please skip them, come on out and modify. Always want to listen to your body. And as we go through our class today, it'll be nice to have a mat that you can be on just so you have a little support. I always like having a blanket close by for a little extra padding. And I'm sitting on a yoga block. So if you have a yoga block, that can be nice. These aren't essential for class today, but they do just provide a little bit of support. So it can be a nice way to assist the body through some of the stretches. As we go through class today, we'll do a really nice full body stretch. So we'll work on stretches to release tension in the body, to increase flexibility, and definitely focusing on those areas of common complaints such as the shoulders, the back, and down into the hips and the legs. So let's get started with a little bit of a mindfulness practice. Mindfulness meditation is a wonderful form of meditation that observes life as it's happening in the moment. So it's not really about labeling things good, bad, right, or wrong. It's about simply noticing our human experience, observing it and releasing it. So not getting caught up in the conversation of it, but just observing and letting it go. And mindfulness has been linked to many positive benefits. It's great for reducing stress and anxiety. It can help you sleep better. And my most favorite benefit is it helps me to navigate the challenges of life. When I'm practicing mindfulness often, those little hiccups that happen throughout the day don't tend to throw me off quite as much. But when I'm away from the mindfulness practice, I'll get stressed out by the traffic, the long line in the stores, and things like that. So there are just so many positive benefits to mindfulness meditation. So let's get started. We'll just take a moment or two here to close the eyes. And then just bringing your awareness to your physical body in this moment. Observe the edges of your legs and the edges of your feet grounding into the mat. Feel the edges of the legs pressing down, the sitting bones grounding as well. Find length through your spine, the back of your neck. Reach and stretch through the crown of the head. And then just feel yourself sitting here, noticing where you're holding tension. And with your exhale, let that tension go. Take a moment to gently draw your right hand down onto the ground. Left hand stretches up and over. Reach for the right side of your head. Take a nice full breath here to lengthen and soften your left ear to your left shoulder. And then not moving with force on this neck release. It's just a gentle suggestion of the ear to the shoulder. We'll bring ourselves back to neutral. Realign. Left hand down, right hand up. Reach for the left side of your head. Lengthen and soften. And then maybe bringing that mindfulness into the moment. Observe if the stretch feels very similar on this side of the neck to the first side of the neck that we worked on. Letting that one go. Realigning here, right hand down. Let's bring that left arm up and over. We'll reach for the head once again here. This time, take your gaze to the underarm on the left side. And then gently draw your head into the stretch a little deeper. And see if you can give a stretch to some different muscles here. And then releasing, we'll realign left hand down, right hand up, over. Gaze to the underarm on the right side, and then gently soften the head down a bit. And release. We're gonna let that one go. Let's come into seated pose Vajrasana. And this might not work for everyone. So if that pose doesn't work for you, you can definitely hang out here with your legs crossed. So Vajrasana is bending at your knees and then sitting back onto your heels, also called hero's pose. Just a little different way to sit. And this is a nice variation because it can help open up your quads. But I understand that if your quads are really tight and your knees are very tight, this might be very challenging. So you can just sit with your legs crossed. And if you did have your block, you could also sit on that. You can prop that right underneath the sitting bones, and our blocks have 3 heights. So you can kind of figure out which variation would work for you. Let's bring our right hand down. We'll bring our left arm up and over, landing in a lateral stretch for the spine. Roll your left shoulder back, right shoulder under. Try to feel that the heart is shining up to the sky on this one. Now getting nice and grounded in your right hand and that right leg, we're gonna prop up into a variation of side planks. We're gonna press into that right hand, into the right leg. Left leg will kick off to the left side of the room. And left hand either right to the sky, maybe arm frames the ear. And try to feel that the shoulders stack and open on this one. So we want to feel that our shoulders are in one line and our wrists are in one line. Let's engage the core. We're going to bring it on up. Left hand to left hip, right arm up and over. We'll try side stretch on the other side. And then breathing very deeply here. Really try to expand through the lungs and expand through the ribs. Bringing yourself up to neutral. Let's take our right hand to right hip, left arm up and over, full breath in. Try to get nice and anchored in that left foot. Try to feel the stretch even in the low back. I'm gonna bring ourselves back to center. Let's come back into hero. So left knee to right, and then hips back towards your heels for Vajrasana. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Lateral stretch in the spine. Pausing here. So it's always good to get those lateral stretches. Our spine moves in 6 different directions. So it's always important each day to move the spine 6 different ways. Pressing down firmly into your left hand, your left knee. Let's kick that right foot off to the right. Maybe create a little sensation on this right hip. Roll it back a little bit so you can get a little bit more stretch. It might help stretch out those hip flexors, psoas, quad, all of those muscles that get tight when we're sitting through the day. Core engages. Let's bring it on up. Right hand to right hip. Let's take our left arm up and over. Side stretch here. And as we flow through the stretch practice today, try to breathe in and breathe out through your nose. So nice deep full in breaths and nice deep full out breaths. I'm going to bring it back to neutral. Let's take our left hand to left hip, right arm up and over. Even off the spine. And center. We'll take our right hand to right hip, right knee to left knee. This is our knee down mountain. And hips down to our heels. Let's come into table position. So tables on the hands and the knees. If your knees are sensitive, you may want to grab a blanket to pad them. Knees, hips in line, wrists, shoulders in line, and feel the fingers fan out nice and wide on this one. We want to ground through our index finger. We want to ground down through our thumb. Right hand, rise to the sky. Let's take a nice full breath here. Reach up and stretch up. Right hand plants. Reset back, table position. Left hand rises, reach up and stretch up. Reset. And let's take this one side to side for a moment. So each time that you stretch up, really try to reach and stretch from the shoulder, through the waist, through the side of the body. Last, bring it back to neutral. Table, sweep your feet to the right or the left. Let's bring it into seated. From seated, come down onto your back. We're going to work on our hips here. So as you come down onto your back, bring your knees to your chest to start. Arms, hands around knees or shins. And let's do a little rock to the right and to the left. So give yourself a massage here on the low back. As you come to stillness, feet are planting, knees are bending, and right leg will cross up and over. So sometimes when I teach this one, it's often thought maybe I'm talking about figure four stretch. This is different. So right leg just crosses over, imagining that you were sitting at a table and you wanted to cross your leg. So you're just linking that right leg over your left. Stay here. Reach for your right knee. Reach for your left knee. Also, option to take your arms along your body and then reach for the foot that's on that side. So your hand will reach for opposite foot. So right hand for left foot, left hand for right foot. And you can use a bit of strength here in those shoulders to pull that leg into your body a bit more. And feel free to close the eyes if you'd like. This is a fantastic hip stretch and leg stretch. Nice IT band stretch as well. Maybe bringing that mindfulness into the stretch and just observe your body in this moment. Notice where you feel the stretch, what that feels like, breathing into it. Unwrap your legs, feet are planting, knees are bent, left leg up and over. Decide if you want to reach for your left foot or reach for your right knee or your left knee, or maybe hands along your body and then reach for your feet. As you bring the mindfulness into this moment, notice the stretch feels very similar on this side to the first side that we worked on. May feel very similar, may feel very different, one side to the next side. And if you wanted to, you could definitely use your arms and shoulder strength to pull yourself a little deeper into this one too. You might get a little bit more stretch. Unwrap the legs, reach for your feet. Happy baby stretch. Flex your feet. Reach through your heels. Little rocking to the right and little rock to the left. Knees will come to the chest. Let's do a rock and roll through the spine. And then as you come on up, we'll just find a nice comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for joining today. It's a pleasure to be with you here doing mindful stretch. I hope that you're feeling a little more relaxed. I hope your body feels a bit more aligned and balanced. Have a great day today. If you're interested, later on this week on Friday at 10 o'clock East Coast time, I teach chair yoga. So I'll teach a variety of different stretches that can be done at your chair at your desk. It'd be great to see you there. Take care.
Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a nice
You're
afternoon.
Thank you.
welcome.